Hey, what's going on, guys? Perfect Nightmare here doing another Battlefield video. If you guys are new to my channel, go ahead and hit my subscribe button, like the videos, and comment down below. So today I'd like to bring up some, well, it's not really some things, it's the known things in Battlefield Hardline. A lot of the problems that persist over the entire course of its lifespan up until the end, and a lot of stuff that should have been and still needs to be addressed. So without further ado, let's begin with the top 5 problems of Hardline. So obviously the number 5 spot is going to go with the IR sites. IR sites are some of the most overused attachments in the game. No matter what map you're on, no matter if it's day or night, IRs will always be the issue with this type of game. Even though the game focuses more on infantry and does not require most vehicles and other game aspects, a lot of things with the FRI or whatever, the flares and the IR sites, a lot of the issues that they have is basically being stuck on the M82 sniper rifle. And if you guys do know, the M82 is just a gun that, which I will get into later on, that needs to be nerfed. A lot of things with the IR sights, though, is that a lot of players use them just to get an advantage to see nothing but white on the player. So no matter if you're taking cover or not, this thing will spot you out no matter where you're at and take you out for no reason. And that's the reason why a lot of players use it. They use it for the advantage and use it for the ideas like that. Honestly, in my opinion, the IR sights need to be either A, fixed to a certain degree, and B, the idea of IR sights on daytime maps is just something that's not irrelevant and should not be on the map. Now, for number 4 is also the netcoding. Netcoding in this game is completely off-centered and completely bad, that it requires so much problems that the game itself cannot register. If you guys notice that you guys have died around corners, like 3 feet around the corner, or in cover, or when you duck down and you know you're not getting hit by the bullets, and somehow, some way you get a headshot kill, or you get dropped because the player or it was on your screen you went around the corner, but on his screen you basically were just standing still. That's netcoding. Netcoding has been an issue in Battlefield since God knows how long, and mostly happens with players who are not in their region, people that are from Europe or from the Asia's or UK or whatever, and they're playing on either US servers or Brazilian servers or Australian servers. It's just something that happens constantly in this world of gaming, and this is just something that needs to be addressed. Number 3 is the bugs. Obviously, we have a lot of bugs in this game that really grind my gears, and it's the same with the communities. A lot of the gears that this thing grinds are pretty much into the extreme spot. If you guys do know, bugs that persist in this game constantly are the under the map bugs, as well as little glitches and shit like that that kind of get players into unfair advantages, such as the rooftops in Grow House or the dome in Night Job. These areas should be, well, mostly cut off, and players should not be able to use those areas. Obviously, they did address the Bank Job one, but they did not fix the Night Job variant of it. So those are just a few things of bugs that really kind of piss off players constantly when you're using them, especially when players are using them to their advantage and doing it constantly just to knife or attack somebody. Now, number 2 is weapon balancing. Now, the community is going to have a little bit of a fit when I talk about this, and this is just something that I want to just tell them that you guys can shut the hell up and listen. Weapon balancing is an issue in this game that's going to be constant because of the way the game is. The reason why the game has a higher time to kill is because of basically the competitive motion that this game was trying to set. The game tried to appeal to the most competitive gamers, such as people from Call of Duty, CSGO, and so on. Being that you come into this game and you realize that the game has a higher time to kill, a lot of players left just to go play another game that has a better weapon balancing system. An example of weapon balancing would be this. You're spraying down somebody with a SMG, and somehow, some way, he manages to get one-shot kill off of you, a buddy, and another guy that just spawned in with his battle rifle. Obviously, battle rifles are the LMG equivalents of this game, and the shots should only be, I don't know, 3 or 4 shots to down somebody with that gun. But instead, the gun itself is taking 2 or 1 shots to drop somebody, which is kind of unheard of and kind of something that should be tweaked a little bit more. An example of that was from was a few nights ago while playing on a live stream. Me and a buddy did kind of a stupid idea. Basically, we were trying to snipe each other from map to map, trying to see who can get the longest kill with a battle rifle. And obviously I found out the FAL can actually take a one-shot kill to the head somehow. I don't know how that happened, but even then it ticked me off as well as him to know that this bug and balancing issues of the weapons are harder. Other examples are the M16 when the game first came out, as well as the M416 and the AKM. And now people are starting to also talk about how snipers and everything else are just the main issue of the game as well. For an example for this, I would have to talk about the M82 back when it released with Robbery. If you guys remember, back then the M82 was a one-shot kill no matter where in the body, and that was nerfed down in the next patch for when it finally came out for regular base users. And it got nerfed again during Betrayal because of the rate of fire. So obviously, again, the M82 was something that was overpowered and was addressed. Now it's the M98B, which has a one-shot kill no matter where you hit the person in the body, and you have to be within 100 meters. So I'm going to go with the last one now, and this is the one that, again, everyone will agree on, is OORs, otherwise known as out-of-region players. If you have not played Battlefield, you would have never known about out-of-region players. Out-of-region players are players who go off throughout the entire game trying to basically get kills with a laggy or really bad connection. An example of this is the spawn protection that happens when you spray down one player and someone spawns in on him. If that player has the spawn protection for so long of a decency, it's basically an OOR issue. Basically, it's just somebody whose connection is so weaker than yours and is playing from a farther away from the server that you're playing on. Say if it's on the West Coast and someone's playing from the UK, it's really going to have an effect on the game itself, the netcoding, and everything else. So OORs and netcoding kind of go alongside with each other, but it's still something that has a bad tendency to do. So OORs is another issue that needs to be addressed and fixed, sort of. But I understand that Brazilian players or Australian players or even Asian players cannot play because of the way how the game has been dead for so long, with player bases dying off constantly. So this is just something that has to be addressed and understand and worked for. So those are the top 5 problems of Hardline. Obviously these problems are kind of biased on my end, but tell me what you guys think down below in the comments. And if you guys are watching this off of the Battlefield forums, post a thing and let me know what you guys think about this. Obviously I am a little bit biased on what I talked about, and obviously you guys wanted to let me know, so like I said, I'll sit back, relax, and respect everyone's opinion on what they believe. Anyways guys, I'm Perfect Nightmare. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'm out. Peace.